Hello, my gorgeous Virgo. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today, honey, I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope reading for the days August 9th to the 15th, Virgo. So if you find any cards that resonate with you, honey, be sure to let me know in the comments below which cards do and how they do, because that is how I keep up with you, Virgos, through the comments. And then also, Virgo, if I can be as bold enough to ask, if you do enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, Virgo, and I always appreciate it when you do that for me. Also, remember, put this in perspective, honey. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you, right? You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the tarot cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to be offended by it whatsoever. I believe the tarot cards are just here, Virgo, to give you some food for thought, perspective for you to be considering, but never making the choices in your life, because it's your life to live, darling, not mine and not these tarot cards. All that being said, Virgo, be sure to check out your monthly tarot reading for you for the month of August. I'll leave a link over somewhere around here, darling, and let's just get into your tarot reading for this week, right? For August 9th to the 15th, Virgo. Let's jump into your reading. I want to see, we're going to pull 3 sets of rows here. We're going to pull the first row for you, which is for how you are currently feeling. What is the state of current things? Then we're going to be going into the good things that are in the works for you, Virgo. And then we'll be doing a final closing spread where we are going to be touching on just messages from your spirit guides. So we're going to be getting into each of these tarot cards right now with clarifiers and all that good juice, darling, Virgo. So let's get into this. Let's get into your current state of things. 10 of Rings coming in, or the 10 of Pentacles. Culmination, satisfaction. So fabulous card to be having in your general state of things, Virgo. I do feel as if this is a fabulous state of just manifestation for you. Whether you subscribe to manifestation or not, darling, or the law of attraction or not, or if you believe in thoughts or energy or not, darling, it doesn't matter today, Virgo, because you're going to be receiving this message in this way. If you guys are, this is a very good time to manifest. So I really am going to highlight for my Virgos to, if you are into some type of spiritual work, do some rituals, darling. Even setting the intention, have a manifestation journal. Taking this outside of the spiritual realm of things, Virgo, this is a good time for you to be asking for a raise, very much so this energy, because when you think about the 10 of Pentacles, this is just overall bringing overall stability into your life. And I know we're talking about finances, but it's whatever, I always like to see the Pentacles because it's earth energy. It's whatever you have, and maybe I'm alone in this, Virgo, but I feel as if everyone has like a main focal point of their current goal and what they're trying to accomplish in life, whether it's love life, darling, whether it's career. They usually have, people have usually a focal point, and that's what I see the Pentacles energy as. I see this more so as a situation of just whatever it is your main focus point is in trying to manifest. There's a lot of stability coming in for it, a lot of luck in this regard. So if you're trying to manifest a love life, right, this is the week to be shooting your shot, essentially, right? This is your time, Virgo, essentially. So let's just get into some clarifiers. But darling, I gave a choice for my Tauruses on which oracle deck to choose, so I feel as if it's only right for me to give y'all the choice, hypothetical choice, I suppose, on which tarot deck for me to just crack into for y'all's reading. I was using this one, but I feel like y'all deserve, Virgo, your own deck, right? Let's do that, right? We're gonna use this deck. Plus, I love the artwork of this one, Virgo. And yeah, the cards are already coming out, and the Sun card, darling, whoever, listen, Virgos, whoever was just about to give me a sass, darling, in the comments being like, Velka, I chose the other one, darling, you ain't gonna be complaining now, darling, because you're getting the absolute best, most positive cards that you could be getting, Virgo, in a tarot reading, right, for this current energy. This is, again, this sense of just quite literally high abundant energy right now, very much so a very fabulous time of manifesting. Really, this is the time, Virgo, for this week, for you guys to just be treating this time to really create and just if something's going to motivate you, this is the time. I know we're going to be going into the Lionsgate portal, or just coming out of this when this energy is relevant. So the Lionsgate energy is really in your favor, Virgo, at this point. And if you're not familiar with it, I do suggest you looking it up, because it's like this reading is going to be applicable, right? It's tapping into the energies the day after, right, from the 9th to the 15th. And I believe believe it happens on the 8th. So really, Virgo, take heed to this. I really can't stress this enough, right? So we have the Sun card coming in here right off the bat, Virgo. Just fabulous. But let's get a couple more clarifiers. Two of Wands. All right, darling, this is a card of contracts, Virgo. This is a card of planning for the long term, planning for the future. You're in a current point in time, but you're planning for how you want to progress from here. Pretty much trying to like figure out like how you want to create like your great escape plan. Virgo, apparently I'm like hitting y'all's like my camera a bunch, so I'm like shaky. I apologize, Virgo. I don't know what's going on. Apparently just this energy is too much, honey. But it's almost just like this, you're like planning like the getaway. Once things start, it's this sense of Virgo where there's like a message of where you're like, once things start working out in this way, darling, I have all these big plans. I have all these big goals on what I'm going to be doing, whatever, you know, that being you, Virgo. And so very fabulous, very, very, very fabulous. And then we have the Six of Swords coming in. Interesting message, Virgo, because then this is giving the implication, as I was kind of implying, where you guys, you know, your escape, I kept on saying like escape plan and all this, right, with the Two of Wands, because you're just like, you're in this space, but you're just like already thinking about, and you're not even like moved in or anything. Well, we're taking that storyline here, right? You don't see nothing here. But you know, some people are like all into that minimalism stuff, right? Nothing wrong with it if you are. Anyways, like you're planning already where to be going next, right? And you aren't even settled in your current space. It's just like this constant craving, Virgo, of just more, and I can't shame you for that, right? I think it's wonderful. Six of Swords, though, comes in as this confirming message, though, Virgo, of where, you know, now it's this decision of where you are having to move on from something, having to walk away. So what does this look like for you, Virgo? Can we get some clarification? This could be for some of you Virgos just a sense of a mindset, right? Where you want to, you know, emotionally or like mentally disconnect from one point of view or perspective, or even just as how you view a situation into something else, right? Getting yourself into a place of abundance, right? And gaining more confidence. So why is the Six of Swords here? Seven of Swords coming in. So as I've been saying, Virgo, literally just said it in Taurus's and the daily tarot live stream that I do, Seven of Swords has been popping up a lot for people, Virgo. And it's quite literally this message of where it's like, one, to be honest, it's very distrustful energy. So for some of you Virgos, it is just this sense of, we're just gonna call this sense of like being a lone wolf, right? Or taking everything on by yourself, right? There's at least some facet of your life that has been kind of suffering or kind of lacking because you've just been busy with other things, right? You know, this is my point now where I have to scold my practitioners, my Virgos who are practitioners or into the occults. You know, when's the last time that you've done a ritual? When's the last time that you've connected to your guides? When's the last time you made an offering, Virgo? All right, I have to just say that. Four of Cups coming in, as well as the Eight of Swords coming in here. So definitely I would say, Virgo, there is just, this is almost just like the sense of a message where you acknowledge something is holding you back, Virgo, and you're trying to overcome it. You're trying to just step away from it. So this is really, you know, for some people, obviously, Virgo, it's going to be an actual environmental thing. But for a lot of Virgos, I feel as if this is just like your own mental hurdle. It could honestly be either way, because this Four of Cups really adds a physical sense to it, where, you know, again, it's the sense of looking off into the distance. That's like, Virgos, whoever chose this deck for you is fabulous, darling, right? But all of you chose it. That's why I chose it, right? Intuition or something, right? But both of these individuals are looking off in the distance. Admittedly, they're looking away from different things, but you're always like, it's the sense of daydreaming. It's the sense of already just craving more, right? I hope my point is getting across, Virgo. And then with this Eight of Swords here, it's just like, again, yeah, this message of just feeling trapped and you're just wanting to just move. And so whatever the case may be, you're trying to overcome this Eight of Swords. For some of you guys, it's what you see in the mirror, what you don't like to see in the mirror, right? And that's just almost crippling for you. You don't want to break out of your shell. For others of you, Seven of Swords, this could be in a situation of a living environment thing, of where people around you don't really feed any type of good energy to you, Virgo, right? If anything, they're unsupportive of you. of what it is that you're trying to do. So really, again, the main focal point of this message, Virgo, is you're trying to just escape some type of negative or toxic, darling, since that is the key word everyone likes to use, energy that has just been slowing your hustle down, slowing your manifestation down. And I do see with the Lion Gates portal, you're really using this energy to break out, right? So the good things that are in the works for you, continuing on with the main points being your energy, really, because all this earth energy here. We have here the Ace of Pentacles coming in here, the Ace of Rings, recognition and success, right? The Ace of Pentacles is quite literally just like a lot of success coming forward to you. I mean, Virgo, I'm not going to just show you this artwork, not just because it matches beautifully with what it is I'm wearing, darling. Yeah? Oh, did you catch this? Stupid. But the card itself says recognition and success. And I like to show cards that say these messages so you know that it's not just like, you know, just being like, oh, another tarot reader just saying a bunch of fluff, darling, right? And it's like, no, it literally says it in the cards. So quite literally, success is in the works for you. You're on your way towards success, on the path towards success. And you feel that as well, Virgo. And I know you feel that. That's why you're constantly in this place of looking off, right? And do I need to pull out that Two of Wands again to show y'all? I think I need to. I think I need to. Some of y'all were tabbed out every time, Virgo. Tab back in right now. Don't make me have to turn this car around, right? You guys are just looking off in the distance constantly because you know that there's just, you know that your story gets better. You know, Virgo, that things are about to be major for you. And darling, I don't know why my camera's just really shaking the boots house down for y'all, but we're gonna make it work. Ace of Cups coming in here. Fabulous card to be coming out with here. So this is, you know, I have to touch on this, right? For my Virgos that are looking for love. This is, again, whatever your pentacles are. This is a very bountiful time for love for you. Very opportune time, right? This is a card of just new love, right? Coming in for you. I mean, even you've seen the artwork of it, you see like the heart, like opening, a lot of emotion, your cup overflowing, darling, your heart chakra opening up, Virgo. We have here Hierophant, right? This is very committal energy, Virgo. This is very much so for you. We're going to just, if you're panning this in terms of love straight up, this is very much so fabulous, like passionate, fiery energy, like a new fling, really, someone that you really identify with. Hierophant represents the, you know, it's the traditional energy. So yeah, dare I say like the marriage word, right? So this is for some of you Tauruses. What's in the works for you guys is quite literally, some of you guys would identify this as like a soulmate, right? If you really are taking it in that narrative, right? Depending on your beliefs on that. But overall, whatever it is that you've been trying to work on, I feel like it kind of just carries over from what we were just talking about, Taurus. It's just, this is in the works for you. This is a lot of success coming in, a lot of like long-term success, generation, like if we're going to go into that dramatics, but it's like the generational sense of where it's not just like that short term because of the Hierophant coming in. Now, if it was just kind of like short term, just like a short swing of money, then we would be looking at a, what cards would we be looking at for that? We would be looking at like a Nine of Cups or something, where it's kind of like a wish fulfillment, but it's not like a full, you know, you could still lose it, right? It's those people that win the lottery, but you end up being broken later on. So overall looking pretty good for this regard, Virgo. Oh my gosh, honey, I forgot to do oracle cards for you guys. For both of these rows, I apologize, Virgo. We're gonna start with your first row again, with the Ten of Pentacles and all that. See which oracle card for this one. I so apologize, Virgo. I just got caught up too much in the message of things. What's going on, darling? So we had number 3, my favorite number, Armadillo Spirit, coming in here. Set healthy boundaries when it comes to your Ten of Pentacles. So definitely this is really speaking to my Virgos with whatever the Seven of Swords is talking about, right? I did say, like some of you guys, it's something about your environment that you're trying to escape from. The Armadillo Spirit comes in as setting just the healthy boundaries, right? I'm not going to really get all philosophical and all this and preachy to you guys, Virgo, because I feel like you kind of, I feel like it's a pretty self-explanatory card, and, you know, don't feel guilty about setting boundaries, right? Boundaries are just ways of teaching people how to treat you, essentially, right? And it's a lot easier for me to just say, it's like, oh yeah, Virgo, just set that boundary, darling. Tell them how you really feel. It's a lot easier for me to just say it compared to the person actually having to do the action to the person, right? So let me not get you in on any type of pedestal, honey, talking about that, Virgo. You get the point. We're all adults here, like I said. So now let's get an oracle card for this Ace of Rings, this Ace of Cups. Also, I wanted to just point out, Virgo, this dynamic, I always say when you see aces together, this is like an affirming yes, resounding yes, a resounding like green light in doing something. If you came in here with like a yes or no question, so it's kind of like a card of just being like, yes, absolutely, do it, whatever it is, Virgo. Surrender to the divine, full moon. So definitely this sense here where quite literally, again, fabulous card to be having. Some people would even identify this with like the wheel. It's gonna be an odd message, and maybe it's controversial, Virgo. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being crazy. But who is it? But I would kind of even identify the full moon energy as like the Wheel of Fortune. Am I crazy in that? Someone else let me know if they've kind of agree with this or not, or maybe I'm just crazy. You can tell me, Virgo, if I'm just being crazy, but I kind of would associate this with like the Wheel of Fortune or like a pentacle energy of some sort, just because it's a circle, right? But truly, surrender to the divine. I do feel like this is more so just as a message of where you're being taken care of, right? You're being taken care of, Virgo. You know, and we go into all the fabulousness of what the full moon just represents in terms of illuminating things, right? But now let's get some messages from your spirit guides. So now we have the Queen of Cups stepping forward. The Queen of Cups, this is authentic and virtuous energy, darling. So this is all about you feeling good, and I see this as a card like you feel good, and you feel good because the relationships around you feel good about as well, right? You are looking at relationships around you, and you're just like from tender eyes, essentially, Virgo. So good energy to be having, like as I said, especially because of what I was sensing from before. For those that are identifying this, Virgo, for love, my singles, what have you, darling, right? This is really looking good for you guys. So let's get some clarifiers coming in here. So the Two of Swords has popped out. I'm not surprised by this because I noticed this card constantly trying to pop out for you guys in this entire reading, Virgo. So definitely it made its presence known to you, Virgo. So this Two of Swords coming in here. Why do we have this though? Let's get more. Queen of Swords coming in as well. And then the Ten of Pentacles following you. So you are going to be having to make some hard choices, Virgo, if you are wanting to really claim this success that you're wanting to have, right? I do get the sense of like, if you really want it, right? Whatever it is, whatever this thing is that we've been talking about this entire time with your pentacles, whatever your pentacle is, whatever your focus is, Virgo, you guys have to make some hard decisions. You guys have to admittedly take it ride solo for a little bit. Ironically enough, if I'm even using that word properly, but who cares? Funnily enough is the word I want to use actually. Virgo, Queen of Swords is a card of boundaries as well, setting boundaries, so it matches this sense. So funny how we start that reading with the Ten of Pentacles as the main focal point, and then we close it with the Armadillo spirit with boundaries, and then we bring clarifiers, Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords and all that. And with it being a complementary energy to the Two of Swords, Virgo, this is letting me know like whatever this boundary is to you, again, it's this sense of where no man, no woman preaching to you on a video is going to be able to just tell you how to just set those boundaries, right? Because it's not that simple. That's what life is all about, darling. It's not just that simple, just being like, oh, well, I need to do this, let me just say it. So like, no, feelings are involved, all the nuances, right? Especially with this Ten of Pentacles, you may not be able to just speak your truth entirely, Virgo, just because it impacts other aspects of your life, which who are you to blame for that, right? Everyone understands that on some level, I feel. But yeah, overall, I like the messages that I have for you, Virgo. Hopefully you enjoyed this tarot reading, darling. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe, Virgo. Be sure also to remember to check out your monthly tarot reading for August. And yeah, if you would like to book a private personal reading with me, Virgo, my website is linked down below, simplyvelca.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all just being SimplyVelca, honey. And yeah, hopefully I can connect with you guys sometime in the near future. Be sure before you leave this humble abode, darling, make a wish on the 1111 rose quartz rock if you can see it. And yeah, I'll connect with you next week, Virgo. I love you so much. Bye.